Welcome back to Adams Field, where Wayne State leads Saginaw Valley State at halftime, 17-6. I'm Tony Ortiz, and I am pleased to be joined by one of my favorite people here at Wayne State, the legendary Michael Wright, the Vice President of Marketing and Communications, as well as the Chief of Staff here at Wayne State. Michael, good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, Tony. Thanks very much.
Yeah, I had to make sure I got the title exactly right because
well, the legendary piece is just right. So
well, thank you very much. I'm glad I can put that in
my own mind. I do have that.
No, you wear a lot of hats around here, and I'm glad you had some time to talk to me. Well, look, right off the bat, I need to ask you, how's the new semester, which began earlier this month? How's it going around here?
If you've walked around this campus, this place is alive. I mean, Tony, it's every year we're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We just opened the new Anthony Wayne apartments. We've got students all over the place. It's interesting because in the summer we had almost 14,000, more than 14,000 kids on campus doing various summer camps. I thought, wow, things are really happening. But now the semester's here. The students are here. The professors are here. It's really been a fantastic semester so far.
You mentioned the Anthony Wayne building, and that's just, you know, some of the stuff that we've seen on campus. So I got to ask, what's the reaction been to the new housing, and how did the whole idea of getting the new housing on campus start?
Well, the housing, the reason we did the housing is we have so many students who want to be part of this. And this is Wayne State University. It's a great university, as you know, 151 years in the making. Right. But you're part of Detroit when you're at Wayne State University. We're connected with this community, we're engaged in this community, and students know they can come here and be part of the reinvention of the American city. So if you walked around Detroit, you know things are fantastic here.
You talk about the students here, the enrollment here. Every year I've talked to you, the enrollment has gone up and up and up. There's more and more interest in Wayne State, like you just mentioned. So, you know, I got to imagine, you like seeing that enrollment keep growing, and you like being a part of Detroit and like being the talk of Detroit.
All of those things. Mm-hmm. So the trends in enrollment in universities across the nation is down.
Right.
Only because there's not, you know, we're not graduating as many kids as we are this year. Wayne State, we're a little flat this year. I'm going to tell you, we were the second highest freshman enrollment in our history.
Nice.
And the only reason I say that is because last year was the highest. I mean, we really hit it out of the ballpark. So we're holding our own and getting better. And people want to be part of this, so it's a great thing.
You mentioned that the enrollment has bucked the trend of what's going on around the nation.
Absolutely.
Why is it? Why is Wayne State such a hotbed for students to come to? Why is it so popular here in Detroit? And not just Detroit, but not just Michigan as well, but around America.
Yeah. When you are what we are, we serve a certain kind of student. We're a combination of both that great urban university that provides access for students, but we're also a research university. So we're in the highest strata of universities. So you're going to get you're accessible to a fantastic education in the heart of a great city. So we talk about ourselves as a premier urban public research university. It's right here in Detroit. Right. We were sort of unknown for a while. Under the President Wilson right now, I mean, we're hitting on all cylinders. Students want to be a part of it. You say, why did we build new housing? There are so many students that wanted to come up here. We actually had to put them up in the Hotel St. Regis for a couple of semesters. How great is that for a kid, getting room service?
You know what? When I was going to college, I wish I could have stayed at the Hotel St. Regis.
I bet you did.
Well, instead of the Hotel Bedbug, but that's a whole other story.
We won't get into that.
No, we will not at all. Not knocking my school. Listen, one of the main reasons that Wayne State has been put back on the map was the marketing campaign, Warrior Strong, which has been outstanding. There are billboards all around the city featuring Warrior Strong, and there's a lot of alumni who are really embracing that. How did the idea for that campaign get started, and what's been the reaction to you when people come up to you and say, hey, look, one of the reasons I'm here is because of the Warrior Strong campaign?
Yeah, well, Tony, I've been in marketing for 35 years, and every now and then it feels absolutely perfect. Warrior Strong was one of those times because it's about the spirit of the people who are Wayne State University. You know, it's about resilience, and it's about really, you know, going after it. Right. So that is so true that it makes the campaign great. So we're 2 years in right now. You're seeing billboards. You're going to see some new ones in a couple of weeks. We did a whole new photo shoot. We've got some new some new advertising coming out. But the students have really embraced it. And people from Wayne State, they say, I get it. I got that story. I've got a Warrior Strong story to tell. So it really resonates with people, and also talks about excellence.
Does it surprise you that the students have embraced it as much as they have? Because sometimes marketing campaigns, and you know this, 35 years in the business, sometimes marketing campaigns fall flat. This one didn't. This one really caught on.
No, I tell you, there were times it brought tears to my eyes to hear the stories from these students. They would come and say, hey, you're talking about me. Mm-hmm. Not only that, they contribute to it. They're part of the, when we're not using models for this campaign, we're using the students, we're using faculty, we're using the president, we're using the people here because it's real. It's real. And when you do a campaign that's real, you usually hit it.
Michael, I got to imagine with the basketball arena now on the boards, all set to be worked on, I got to imagine you're working on the marketing campaign and working on getting the news out about that as well.
We are. And that news has traveled far and has traveled fast. And right over here, we're going to have it, and we've been working with our Piston friends. We're delighted to be participating with them with their G League, and it's going to be great. It's just another new fantastic piece of a building project for Wayne State.
And it's another connection with the city of Detroit.
Absolutely.
As if Wayne State needed another one, but you got yet another connection with the city.
We're going to keep on doing it, Tony. We're not stopping there.
Hey, listen, this may be a little bit off topic, but are there any plans to maybe spruce up Adams Field?
Well, Adams has got a new, what do you call those? Turf.
Yes,
so,
field turf, yes.
Rob Fournier never rests, so that guy, you can bet that he's working on sprucing up Adams Field. And we got the new Harwell Field over there in the building, and that's beautiful. We got the new Pistons Arena coming in here, so we're building up all around here. So you just never know if there's anything on the books for the actual field.
One thing I want to mention about athletics is, the community work that your athletes do has been incredible. More than 10,000 hours again this year. I've got to know, as a key decision maker here at Wayne State, it's got to be something you're incredibly proud of, just to see how involved your athletes are. And it's not just one class or two class, it's every class that comes through.
It goes on and on and on. And you think about college sports, and a lot of times you don't hear this kind of thing with college sports. You hear about scandals, you hear about things like that. Here, our students, for us, a student athlete is a student first and an athlete second. But then we throw this whole citizenship piece in there, and I got to hand it to the coaches and the athletic director, Rob Fournier at Wayne State University. These students come out and they work. And I've had personal experience with this where I've been working with various boards and things. We need volunteers, student level. I make a phone call to Rob Fournier, and we've got an army of Wayne State students. Not only Wayne State students, but these are athletes, so they can pull their weight.
And one guy we were talking about earlier, Luke Bevilacqua, who is now part of the AFCA Good Works program. I mean, that's another feather in the cap here in Wayne State.
Absolutely. We just, like I said before, we're hitting on all cylinders, Tony. It's been a great run.
Michael, for people who may be on the fence, for high school students who may be watching this broadcast, for people who are on the fence and saying, you know what, I want to go back to school, look in the camera and tell them why Wayne State. Why is Wayne State the perfect choice for them to continue their college education?
Okay, for you students out there, if you're thinking about a college, you need to come down here and experience this. Walk this campus, walk this city. If you want a premier education that's going to get you a great career, but you also want to be part of reinventing a great American city, Detroit, which is really in a resurgence right now, this is the place to come. You can have all the academic excellence that you need, but you can also be part of something greater, something bigger than yourself, and that's really what life is all about at the end of the day.
And leading the way in that renaissance here in Detroit, Wayne State University. And Michael Wright, as always, thank you very much, sir.
Tony,
it is always good to talk to you.
Thank you, sir. The pleasure's mine.
Well, you know what? Best way to wrap it up is that way with Michael Wright. 17-6, Wayne State leads Saginaw Valley. Can they hang on for a second half? We sure hope so. We'll come back. You'll hear from Rod and Joe with a recap of the first half and then more second half action as we continue right here on CN 900.